tigers, bears, wolves, and pygmy marmosets. For over 80 years, Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo in Bridgeport has offered visitors a unique glimpse of the natural world. But the zoo near you is much more than just a comprehensive collection of flora and fauna. It's 52 acres dedicated to wildlife education, conservation, and research year-round. This edition of Focus will take a walk on the wild side at Connecticut's only nationally accredited zoo. From barn owls and bison to otters and ocelots. A leisurely stroll through Beardsley Zoo will introduce you to over 120 wonderful and rare species from all over the world, as well as a working vintage carousel, complete with restored wooden horses. To make all this possible, a dedicated staff of keepers, veterinarians, horticulturalists, office administrators, researchers, and volunteers give their time and talent to ensure the welfare of the zoo's plants and animals, while helping visitors discover just how connected they are to the living world around them.
Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo is dedicated to acquainting a diverse public to the fragile nature of living things on this planet. Through education, we hope that the visitor comes to the zoo and learns about those animals and plants and nature by seeing our exhibits, by taking part in our educational programs, or perhaps even having a program come to their facility. Conservation is working with our endangered species, making sure that these animals don't disappear from the planet. Recreation, you come to the zoo to have fun, and by doing that, we hope that you leave here with a good feeling. And research, we're always learning about our animals to make sure that we can do better things for them.
One of the first people you'll encounter behind the scenes are the zookeepers themselves. From general care and feeding to educating the public and answering questions, the keepers work closely with both animals and visitors alike.
Being a keeper, some of the challenges I face out here are you can go from weather, we've had a lot of snow this year, just to making sure that all the grounds are clean for the visitors as they come through, and then of course making sure that all the animals are as well taken care of as we can get them, make sure that everyone's in good health, good food, and just mentally stimulated too.
Of course, the welfare of the animals doesn't end with the keepers. Specialized medical care is administered in the Exotic Animal Care Center. This versatile on-site facility is equipped to handle everything from a new birth to a lengthy surgical procedure. Animals with such varying needs as a tiger, a parrot, or a poison dart frog can all be held and cared for in this modern medical center. While not open to the general public, the care center also serves as a unique educational setting for the zoo's veterinarian and animal care interns.
The main challenge is keeping everybody healthy. You can't really treat and medicate a tiger, a wolf, various monkeys, whatever you're dealing with. You've got to really keep them healthy. And so it's basically 90% preventive medicine, 10% medicine. And if you do have to treat a wild animal, you have to do it remotely. You have to either shoot an antibiotic into them, which you can't do every day. You can't do twice a day. If you have to medicate them with antibiotics, you've got to figure a way that they'll eat it in their food. If they're not eating well because they're sick, you've got a real challenge. So the biggest challenge is maintaining health. The keepers are really good in recognizing if there's a little problem starting, and we jump right on it and try and prevent everybody from getting sick.
Along with the many animals exhibited, Beardsley Zoo offers visitors the opportunity to tour the plant kingdom in one of the largest greenhouses in Connecticut. Housing a wide variety of plant life, the greenhouse's propagation program gives the horticultural staff a chance to grow and replace the many plant species found both on the zoo grounds and in the animal enclosures.
Okay, the purpose for me is to support the grounds. We have almost 50 acres here, which see a lot of traffic each year with visitors, so there is some damage. There's always lawns to be repaired and bushes to be cut and trimmed. We try to add new things to grounds each year, so we try to propagate things for outside as well as inside. It's about animal exhibits, about getting some plants that are natural to these animals and things that are safe for them. So it's a role that's quite involved, and I enjoy it. We try to better it each year. It takes a lot of time and effort, but each year we're growing slowly and getting the horticulture back where it should be.
From the New World Tropics building to the New England farmyard, Beardsley Zoo is committed to the preservation of endangered animals and wild habitats.
One of the most important things that people can take with them when they leave the zoo, a message, an idea to keep in mind or store in their heart throughout the year, is that conservation, working to protect wildlife, to preserve wildlife in wild places, doesn't just happen in the Serengeti or the tundra or the rainforest. It happens in your own backyard. And the great thing about our zoo is that we focus not only upon animals like Siberian tigers and North American bison, but we focus upon animals like red foxes, which we have right here in Connecticut, all over the region. And I think that people relate to that very well. So we hear this many times in conservation talk nowadays, but it's really a truism here at the zoo. That is, think globally, act locally.
Zoo staff are always on hand to answer questions and demonstrate the connection we all share to the diversity of life around us, whether in large classroom settings or informal small group discussions.
We educate people here at Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo and out in the greater community mostly by taking advantage of our strengths, which means working with the animals, ambassador animals. People come to the zoo to see the animals, and they really gravitate toward them, and they lose their inhibitions around them. So when we educate with animals, people come out of their shells, and they tend to be very open-minded, and it's a really painless learning experience. You know, they really get a lot out of it.
So, the next time you find yourself face-to-face with a pygmy marmoset, take a look around. You may just catch a glimpse of who it takes to make the zoo near you such a special place to visit.